It's Crappie Dan, otherwise Dan Danamuller, here this morning to talk about some work that you have to do, maintenance you have to do on your boat when you come off the water. Really important that you do certain steps every time you come off the water, or at least every 2 or 3 trips off the water, to make sure your boat motor, especially my Yamaha, operates correctly. So I want to show you one of those tips, one of the most important things for your power trim on your Yamaha or any motor, but especially my Yamaha. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through. It's very easy to do, just a good way to save your motor and save your power trim. Part of your power trim system are these pins. These pins come up and down when you raise or lower the motor. When you're traveling, make sure you retract these pins, and you do that by holding down the trim button pins to retract in. It keeps from breaking them off while you're traveling. What you want to do after your trips is to be able to check this pin and these two so that they're clean, because one of the worst things that can happen to your power trim is that these get dirty. It ruins the seals. They're inside these cylinders, and if it ruins those seals, you're going to lose your fluid for your power trim, and it's going to cause your unit to dysfunction. So one of the things I do almost about every 2 or 3 trips is I go in and I clean not only the sides of the cylinder, as you see here, the rods and the cylinder itself, around the seal, and make sure you can see a little bit of dirt that's coming off of there, and you can see that where it was these push pins on the top. Make sure they're good and clean. Make sure that all the dirt and grime and road dirt and everything is off all of these pins, so these seals will remain okay. Now, one other part of this is to take and clean these pads up here. These pads are what the ends of these pins will hit, and they'll become quite dirty over time. And I'll show you here, after cleaning one of them, you can see right there, there's dirt on it, on these pads. You want to keep these pads from eroding. You want to keep them where they're dirt free. A bit of dirt just after 2 trips, and it comes from the use. So now what I'm going to do, these pins and everything functioning correctly, I'm going to put some Yama grease right on the ends of these pads, just like so, and then put a little bit of grease on these pads up here. Now that helps keep from friction occurring, keep from things really eroding. So after every trip, make sure you follow these steps. One giveaway that will tell you that this is getting dirty is that when you go to use your power trim on the water, you hear a lot of noise, scraping or whatever it may be. It's because those pads and those pins are getting dirty. So make sure you go in and do this. Real easy to do, but it'll save you a lot of trouble down the road. Until next time, this is Crappie Dan. Be sure to check out my next tip on maintaining your Yamaha.